At the snow-covered mountain summit, a flag fluttered wildly in the wind. Meng Hao climbed to the peak, letting out a breath of relief as he thought to himself, I've reached the top, since Shangguan Xiu haven't caught up. He's probably given up, right? His gaze suddenly stopped beneath the flagpole. There's a pouch under the flag, a storage pouch shining with 5-colored light. Everything on this mountain is valuable. The stuff at the summit has to be insane. Common sense in the cultivation world, whoever picks it up owns it. I, Meng, will gladly accept. Down goes the flag, my bad. Time to go down the mountain. Meanwhile, in another corner of the trial grounds, Shangguan Xiu stood amidst heaps of slain spirit beast corpses. His face was filled with sternness. He stared toward the mountain summit in silence, his brows tightly furrowed, veins bulging across his face in fury. The disciples behind him began erupting into chaos. Who is that guy? He barged into our trial ground and took our reward. Who even is he? That spear is not normal, that's definitely some heaven-shaking treasure, way too brutal. Old Wu patted Old Demon's Song on the shoulder and said, Fellow Taoist, as an elder of the Song clan, one of the 3 great families of the southern domain, you have quite a reputation. What exactly are you trying to do? You clearly said anyone could come here within 7 days and take any treasure on the mountain. Are you going back on your word now? Come on, let's keep playing. Until the game is decided, no one's leaving. Fine, we'll play. Wu Dingqiu, the flag fell, but it wasn't taken. That means you didn't win this bet, and I didn't lose it. Exactly, call it a draw. My sect's disciples got mauled by your beasts. You haven't exactly come out ahead. You all go wait outside the mountain. Once I finish this game, I'll bring you back to the sect. As for the man you just saw at the summit, this old man really likes the treasure spear in his hand. That's your trial now. Whoever brings me that spear becomes an inner sect disciple. So the mighty Ziyun sect of the southern domain is really going to go around killing people for their treasures? Besides, your disciples might not even be a match for that kid and his spear. Listen up, you are not allowed to bully him. You may only trade for it, not snatch it. If anyone disobeys, the sect will not avenge the dead, and the living will be expelled. The disciples answered in unison, Yes, elder. 7 days later, at the entrance of a bustling cultivator city, a massive spiritual energy barrier enveloped the entire city. Meng Hao stood in the distance, observing Dongio's city, silently thinking, there's a soft light curtain around these walls. Mortals probably can't see it, only cultivators can. So this isn't a regular mortal city, it's a city that serves cultivators. If so, there should be shops selling pills. Rewinding to several hours earlier, inside a cave somewhere, Meng Hao happily looked over the pile of treasures before him as he thought, I really made a killing on that mountain. In total, I picked up 8,764 spirit stones, 78 pills, and every single one feels better than a dry spirit pill. Magic items include several flying swords, a few beads, 2 flags, a scroll, and a black net. I don't recognize any of these pills. Eating them randomly would be asking for trouble. I need to find someone to identify them. This scroll, a landscape painting? All kinds of strange spirit beasts between the mountains and rivers. I can faintly hear beast roars. Probably a beast-taming treasure. As for this black net, I can guess how to use it. Inject spiritual power and throw it out, and it should expand to trap an enemy. The closer to the summit, the better the pills and treasures should be. This net must be a very powerful treasure. Lastly, the pouch from the summit should be a storage pouch, right? Holy, this thing is huge. The space inside feels like a small world, big enough to hold mountains and rivers. A true treasure, but if that really was a trial ground for some big sect's disciples, it's one thing that I barged in. But I also took so many treasures, pills, and spirit stones, those people definitely won't let this slide. Well, what's done is done, no point overthinking, I'll just be careful. First I'll enter the city and see if I can figure out what those pills do. Fellow Taoists, please pay the entry fee, spirit stones only. Greetings, fellow Taoists, I come from a small sect and just descended the mountain. This is my first time in this city, I'd appreciate any guidance. 3rd layer Qi condensation, huh? Not at all. With your cultivation, even on your first trip you're bound to make a name for yourself someday. This is Dongio City, Built jointly by 3 major sects of Yunjie Country, one of its 2 major cultivation cities, entry requires a spirit stone fee based on how long you plan to stay. Normally it'd be 3 stones, but 1 will do for you. Just remember, no fighting in the city. If you break that rule, the 3 sects enforcers will punish you severely. Keep that in mind. Here's your entry token. Just getting into a city is this expensive. If I didn't absolutely have to, I wouldn't pay that spirit stone. There are plenty of pharmacies, actually. I don't even need an appraiser. I can just look for pills that match what I have. He began strolling through the shops, carefully examining each medicinal bottle to compare against his own collection. 3 days later. So that was a foundation building pill, worth 50 spirit stones each and usable at the 8th layer of Qi condensation. I've got 8 of them. There are still a few pills I don't recognize. The rarer they are, the more I want to know. Meng Hao stopped in front of a large shop and decided to try his luck here one final time. The moment he stepped inside, a beautiful female cultivator greeted him. Does Brother Dao need any help from me? Do you have jade tubes that explain pills? Introductory jade tubes on pills? Of course, please come with me. This pill record tube covers most pills in Zhao Country. It's just a copy jade though, so the imprints inside are blurry. You can't read it now, you have to buy it first. These 3 jades cost 100 spirit stones. Do you have anything more detailed? Certainly, this way. Look at this jade tube with faint cracks. It's not a copy but an ancient tube, recording many pills from across the southern domain, even poison pills and their antidotes. It even has image imprints that look incredibly lifelike. But because it's cracked, copying it will shatter it. You can only view it 3 to 5 times before it breaks on its own. It really tests how well the user can make use of it. I've got my mirror, I'm not worried about it breaking. If you truly fancy it, Big Sis can ask the shopkeeper about a discount for you. But how will you thank me? For the first time being approached this closely by such a beauty, Meng Hao grew flustered. I'd like to ask Taoist. No, Big Sis, for help. Not Taoist, call me Big Sis. A short while later. How about 170 spirit stones? Many thanks, Daoan. Still calling me Taoist? It's Big Sis. Big Sis's name is Xiaoling. Remember to ask for me next time. Okay, Sister Xiaoling. Meng Hao stepped out of the pharmacy, silently calculating in his heart. Just now when I swept it with spiritual sense, images appeared right in my mind, and I decoded the pills in all 3 of my storage pouches. That 170 spirit stones was worth it. Xiaoling, that boy from earlier is new, right? Yes, first time here, about 7th layer Qi condensation. His cultivation's good, but mentally, he's still pretty green. But after only walking a short distance, Meng Hao quickly noticed a group of people trailing behind him. Amidst the crowd, a familiar face suddenly exclaimed, Meng Hao, and he was startled to realize that person was Zhou Kai, someone who had once belonged to the same sect as him. Who is this? Reporting to senior brother son, he's someone who used to be in my sect. Whispered discussions rapidly spread through the crowd. Meng Hao, that name sounds familiar. I remember, he's said to be the only inner sect disciple of the Reliance sect that wasn't taken away. He really does look like the portrait. Rumor has it he's now the one closest to Patriarch Reliance. I've heard the Patriarch personally gave this inner sect disciple a treasure spear. Its power is earth-shattering, enough to annihilate any. Supposedly all 3 major sects have ordered their roaming disciples to keep an eye out, and find this Meng Hao. Surrounded by strangers, Meng Hao calmly asked, What's the meaning of this, everyone? The man lightly waved his fan and smirked. Nothing sinister, we just heard Brother Meng holds a supreme treasure from Patriarch Reliance. Since we've met today, we'd simply like to have a look. Meng Hao's eyes turned icy as he stared directly at his opponent. He knew full well that trouble had found him.